Okay, well, welcome everyone. This is Saturday, June 8th, 2019, and this is our Saturday training. My name is Debbie Grenz, and I'm going to share real quickly a little bit of my story. I'm not sure how many people have heard that story, so I know that the people that have announced themselves know me, but I'm not sure who else is on the line. So when Relive found me, I wasn't looking for a supplement. I thought I was doing everything I needed to keep my family healthy. I wasn't looking for a business. I was in a career I loved. But I saved the number about 6 months later, 2.5 years later. I lost my job. My position was eliminated. I went out and looked for a job. 6 months later, I was still looking. Called the number, heard what the products were doing for people, and also heard what the business was doing for people, and knew that I needed to check it out. So my husband and I checked it out, and within a week's time, we decided that this is what I needed to be doing. Came into the business at the top profit level. I needed to get the product at the best price because I had lost my job, and also needed to make the most for my time when I did start sharing. Started the product. Obviously, I did have overnight results. I slept the first night that I took the product, and that was something that I was having a hard time doing, is sleeping. But I went out and shared it with people that I knew, and shared other people's stories. And you'll hear me talk later on in the training about stories. But that first month in the business, we were 9th in the nation for sales volume, and that really woke me up. I thought nothing like that ever happens to me. Because we did that, we earned bonuses, and we earned a trip to Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, and got to spend time with Bob and Sandy at their lake house with their family. And when we met them and saw the kind of people they are, we knew this was the company we wanted to be involved with for a very long time. We've got results with migraines, allergies, horrible. I've had horrible allergies my whole life. I will never stop taking these products because I don't want to be the way I was before. I've had results with osteoarthritis, multiple things. But the latest result that I've had is my weight loss. I had a weight problem my whole life. Started losing weight before the Fit3 came out. I didn't even know they were in the lab working on a weight loss program. But I knew that I needed to get the outside of my body as healthy as the inside of my body was, because I'm raising 6 children. I'll say 6. I'm raising 6, and I have 1 extra right now. But at 60, almost 62 years old, I knew that I needed to do something. So I started losing weight. About a year after I started, I'd lost 30 pounds, but it stopped. And I thought, well, 30 pounds is better than nothing. Fit3 came out, started Fit3, started loving exercise, which just is not me, and lost another 35 pounds. So I have lost a total of 65 pounds. I have a new lifestyle I love, and I will never stop taking these products. Fast forward 11 years, we've got a check every month since we started this business, bonuses along the way. But the best part is that every penny that we make is because we're watching somebody's life change for the better, and it's just so exciting to see your enthusiasm and their faces, and it's like a snowball. It just rolls down the hill, and it's just so exciting. We're never going to stop doing Relive. I did hear a little bit of background noise, so if someone hasn't *6 their phone, this would be a good time to do that. Again, we're going to do the business training, and I do have to apologize if there is a new set of slides out there. I could not find it. So I'm going to use the slides that I have, and if anyone has any information that I should be sharing along the way, then please pop in and interrupt me. But we're going to get started here. So this is Relive Business Success Training. And I need to find the right button, sorry. All right. So how do people succeed with Relive? There is a circle of success. And like I said, about that snowball, this is the same thing. You start with one, you move on to two, and new people is the fuel of our business, and you just need to keep going down that around that circle, down that hill, up that hill, however you want to describe it. The circle of success, key action is now. These are the daily fundamentals. Identify, connect, share the story, ask the decision, register and go, and then you find another person and you start over again. Excuse me. Identify. When you first meet with someone, or when you first get started with Relive, the first thing that you need to do is sit down and make a list. 10 product prospects, and you can make the list larger if you'd like. You don't have to stop with 10, but 10 product and 10 business people that you know that are looking for a product and looking for a business. Write anyone that you thought of down. It says write why you thought of each person, and then contact them. Who are your first 5 to contact? Who will you contact today? Always have new people to talk to. And I still, all these years later, there are people on my list that I haven't contacted, and I know that's horrible after 11 years. But there are people you can't ever run out of people to contact. That's just not going to happen. Connect. So look at those 20 prospects with your upline, and that's very important too. Don't just go out there and try to do it on your own. Let your upline help you. That's one thing that I saw that was different about Relive when we started Relive, was that they just didn't throw it at me and say, here, go do it. I was attached to Quila's hip for that first month and long after that. And it was her ability and her knowledge and her training that made us 9th in the nation that year. It was nothing that month. That was nothing that I was doing. I was connecting her to people. That's what I was doing. So here's the connect part. What do you say? Share your excitement and why you thought of them. I had no idea what these products could do except for what I was hearing. I'm still hearing some background noise. I'm not sure if you, somebody out there has not *6 their phone. Anyway, so share your excitement. When I first heard about these products, like I said, I heard what they could do. I heard what other people, the results other people were happening. And I was excited because I knew a lot of people that needed these products. And I knew a lot of people that needed the business. Using their why, find out what they need, using their why to let them know you care. Use the company tools to validate. Set an appointment. That your first thing to do when you start this business is to set your first appointment. And once you set that appointment and you do that appointment, again, it's like a snowball. You get excited and you want the next person. You want to talk to the next person. Opening sentences. You guys can read these. Some of the things that I do when I call people, if I haven't talked to them for a long time, I will just say, your name came to my mind, and I just thought that I needed to call you. I had a feeling that I needed to talk to you about whatever's going on in your life, and I'll just have a conversation, and then I'll say, there is a reason that I called you, and what you just said, such and such, tells me now why I had the feeling I needed to call you. And then I will just tell them, it's either the product or the business or both or whatever. Or they'll ask, well, what's going on in your life? And I'll tell them what's going on in my life. And part of that is Relive, because like I said, we'll never stop doing this. So, and if you're in the grocery store or something and you hear someone talking about, I was at the Y one day, and the two women next to me on the stationary bicycles were talking about migraines and how migraines run in their family, and how, you know, she's tried this medication and she's tried this medication, and it helps for a little bit, and then it either gets worse or comes back. And I said, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not really trying to eavesdrop. I had my headphones in. They were talking loud enough I could hear them over that. But I told them that I used to have migraines every month like clockwork, and it would take me out for a couple of days, and I don't have those anymore. And that, you know, just keep your ears open. My old saying, you've got, um, the Lord gave you two ears and one mouth, so you need to learn to listen. And then once you've heard what you need to hear, then you can speak. Share the Relive story. You know, Relive's been around over 30 years now, and it's not just one of those passing things. And there's part of what holds us back, I think, is that there are so many things out there. The market is saturated with supplement companies, but if you look at what is out there, you'll find that they come in like a whirlwind, like the healthy coffee. I haven't heard about the healthy coffee for a while. Um, they come in like a whirlwind, and everybody jumps on the bandwagon, and then all of a sudden it kind of just disappears. And there are businessmen out there that look for those kind of things to make a lot of money right away, and then they're gone. And that's the one thing about Relive that's different. Another thing about Relive that's different is that this is a company that was started around a product. It's not a company where some businessmen decided they wanted to make money and they went out and looked for a product to sell. That one product demanded a business be built around it. And that story is why we're here after 30 years. And that's the story that needs to be shared. You need to share the whole story. You need to not just share the product and what the product could do. You need to share the opportunity, and there's so many ways that you can do that. And then introduce your upline and other Relive stories also. Your upline is number one on the list, because that is the person that has most likely been in the business quite some time. And if not, then go to their upline and just keep reaching up until you've run out of resources to connect the person to, because those people are invaluable. You're not ever gonna find more information in books or website or anywhere, honestly, than you will with your upline. Help people engage themselves and who they know. Relive meetings, you can find something. You can always reach out and find someone. If you can't find something, then create something yourself. Create a webinar, create an in-home party, create conference calls. Use your upline. Give your upline some ideas about what you want to do, and let them direct you in the best way to go. Another thing that I liked about Relive is that the competition, for the most part, is not there. You're not competing against other distributors. When you are trying to earn a bonus, you're not competing against other distributors. You are reaching up to get that bonus yourself, and you don't care that you are helping that other distributor work towards that bonus. And that's the community, the family of Relive is so different in that respect than anything else I've seen out there, that it just locks you in because it is a family. And you know what, when you start this business, you don't have to know anything. It says you don't have to know it all. You don't have to know anything. Like I said, I was attached to Quila's hip for a long time because I didn't know anything. And that was my on-the-job training. I listened to her and I remembered the things. I was as excited to hear what she had to say as the person we were meeting with. And that's how I learned. And just be honest with the person. Tell them, I don't know anything, but this person knows a lot more than I do. They've been around a lot longer than I have. So that's why we're meeting with them. Ask for a decision. Once you get through the presentation, you need to be prepared, first of all. The worst experience I've ever had is someone asking me, well, I would like to get started on that right now, and me having to say, well, I ran out myself, so I have to order it. Sorry. You need to have products and tools with you at all times. Now with summer coming on, you know, you might have to pack a bag in and out of the house when you go places, but have the product and at least have, you know, what you would want somebody to get started on, a can of Now or something like that in your car at all times, and also have, you know, your information too. Have some it says to carry a Relive super pack with you. That would be a perfect thing to do. Have recommended order ready for each option: customer, distributor, master affiliate. You know that you can have a list of everything that needs to go into those orders, and you don't have to question what you need. With the new RLV coming out, we might have to adjust that a bit because that's going to change things up. But you know, you need to just have something. Don't just go out there and try to tell somebody that you have this wonderful product and this wonderful business, but you don't care enough about it to carry information or product with you. Be ready to help them register with forms. It's so much easier now, especially with the new mobile app. It's so much easier to do all of this stuff. I honestly have people finding my website and signing up, and I don't even know where they came from. So it is so much easier to do this nowadays. There's no excuse. Where do you want to get started? Perfect place right here. This super pack is a perfect place to get started. More of where do you want to get started: customer, distributor, master affiliate. All these things are so much easier now than they used to be because of the choices, and also the cutting the distributor fee in half has really been a smart thing, I think. When they dropped it down before and left it that way for year after year after year, I think that at first it was very exciting. It was like, oh, you know, we got half price. And then as it went on, I think we got used to the value of the distributorship kind of dropped because it was only $20. And I know $20 is a lot for some people, but I think when you have something that you have to actually put something out for, it means a lot more than just oh, you know, that's a movie and nowadays it's not even a movie and a drink. But I think that what they've done with cutting it in half to get started is a really smart thing. Register and go. Follow up with consumers. Help with product regimen. Continue to educate with stories and look to move them up. Did you take your shake today? I like Quila's story. Did you find the can't even remember what color it is. I'm sorry, Quila. the off-colored scoop, not the clear scoop or white scoop. And if they say yes, you say, well, there isn't one in there, so I think you better open that can. Are you consistent? that's the other thing. I've had people say, well, I'm not feeling anything. And I'll say, well, how many shakes are you taking a day? Well, just one. Well, you don't eat just one time a day. You have to have that nutrition throughout the day. You might get a boost in the morning, but as you know, if you eat breakfast and you don't eat the rest of the day, you're going to feel it by the end of the day. Take a list of what they've got going on when you start them on the product, and a month later go, ask them, well, don't wait a month to ask them how they're doing, but ask them what they're seeing. And if they're saying that they're not seeing anything, go through that list, because people forget how they felt. Boy, let me tell you, I did not forget how I felt with my allergies after being on the product for a while, and I will never stop taking the product because of that. Help them take immediate action. Help them if they're wanting to start a business. Do the same thing with them as your upline did with you. Identify, make a list, connect. Who are we going to meet with today? Who are you going to call right now? And let them know that you found something that you want to share. There are so many tools out there to use that there is really no excuse to not share the products and the business. Some of these things that I'm hoping, like I said, these may be old slides, so I'm hoping that a lot of these are still available. There's so many things, like Your Health Equals Genetics and Lifestyle is amazing. And with the new mobile app, you could share videos, you could share, pretty much any information there is on the website. There's no excuse. Our system is a bit different than this now, but you guys all know that, again, if you can't find something, you need to create it yourself. Go out and create a weekly meeting where you and a few people get together, or a relive party, or something like that. We have 2 live events a year now, and those are the most exciting thing that I can tell you that you need to get to. But yeah, our system is like that snowball. Again, you just keep going around and around and around the circle, and it grows. This is our next event. It's in Chicago, July 26th and 27th. This is our live event. This is where it's going to be held, the room rates and the telephone numbers. I'm going to leave this here for just a couple of seconds so that if anybody's needing that number to call and reserve a room, then you can go ahead and take that down. I'm sorry that the new distributors new distributors that sign up after May 1st will still get the early bird price of $75. That's pretty cool. Registration is $100. What I can tell you is that even though they're not, we don't have the international conference right now, and hopefully someday we will do that again, maybe just once. But we don't have that right now. But these events are so excitement packed that you need to be there. You really need to be there. I've only missed a few, and I regret every time I do. I should say not even a few, maybe a couple I've missed in the 11 years that I've been involved, but I always regret it because there's just something there that you can't get over the phone or in videos or anything. The person can sit down and tell you everything that happened there, and if you're not there, you do not get it. And they're going to be unveiling more products at this Relive Live, and so you really if you can at all make it, you really need to make it to this. Engage your team. Develop a library of stories, upline, downline, other distributors, tools, Relive system. Just keep building. That's the thing. Again, it's that snowball, and you pack it up and you roll it down the hill, and it might hit a tree or something, and you just pack it up again and keep rolling it. It's just going to continue to grow. And then all you have to do is do it again. Just keep doing it over and over and over again. Just like I said, that snowball rolling down the hill, just keep rolling it, keep doing it again and again and again and again. And that's as simple and as hard as this business is you identify, you find a person, you connect them with somebody, or you connect with them to find out what their need is, and then you share the story. And I don't know, I'm sorry guys. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought this was the last slide. I want to stop here with the sharing of the story thing. We were first in the nation 1 month, and we had just come back from conference, and we were so excited about being at conference. And again, that's why I say you need to be there. But I was having ankle surgery a week after we got back from conference. So I was stuck on the couch. However, connecting people that I knew to other people who had stories was something I could do sitting on the couch. And I did that. And we were first in the nation. We got a $5,000 bonus and made almost $10,000 that month, and got the Cologris Award that isn't even available anymore. And so, but you can, there's other awards out there that are available for doing that. The Sandy Montgomery Award is my next on my list. But all I did was connect people that I knew to other people to hear stories. So in my mind, the products are amazing. The business is amazing. But the stories that you hear that these products and this business have done for people is the most amazing part of this whole of Relive, totally. So that's my training for the day, guys. Thank you all for being here. And I wanted to do a disclaimer here. Relive I told my story, so Relive does not claim to heal, treat, cure, or diagnose any health issues. It is your body that does the work. Your body is a miracle, and when given the right tools, your body will do what it was made to do, and that's heal itself. So that's it. And if you guys if anybody has anything to say, you can go ahead and unmute your phone and come on. And there will be a recording of this, and it will go out in email after this is done. So does anybody have anything to say before I what?
You did a great training. Super great. You always make it so. You always have such clarity, and you're great training. So it was wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Great training.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and if you guys want to chat afterwards, we can do that.